Regina Campbell from the Campbell Law Group, and we're coming to you, very excited about a new series that we're going to start. It's called the How-To Series. So first today, we're going to start off with how to start a business. Okay. Step one, you determine what state that you're going to incorporate your company in. Now, this particular state requires you to consider, different elements or different state laws and what might be more favorable for your business. Which is why it's really important to employ a lawyer to kind of help you answer those questions for you to make sure you're in the right state. Step two is basically determining what type of entity works for your company, whether it's an LLC, a partnership, or a corporation. Okay, a lot of thought is to be given to these different types of entities, and also conversations with your lawyers about the pros and cons of which type of entity would suit your type of business better, your structural, your corporate governance structure, what makes more sense for you. And then also from a tax point of view, let's not forget it's really, really important to make sure you plan ahead with taxes. There are some tax benefit and liabilities with LLCs that don't normally exist with corporations. And in some respects, there are partnerships also that, depending on the structure of it, whether it's a real estate holding or not, it might be beneficial to decide to become a partnership. Okay, whether it's general liability, mixed with limited partners, but in either case, it's important to consult a lawyer to decide which entity works for you. Okay. Step three, very important to talk to Uncle Sam, as they like to say. You do have to register your company and get a tax ID. You will likely also have to get an identification for the state in which you're operating in. Whether you pay sales tax and or state income tax will depend on the state that you're in. But they're very, very important to basically make sure you register with Uncle Sam and Uncle Sam's cousin, which is the state, basically. However you want to look at it, taxes have to be paid. Unfortunately, but that is a reality. Number four, it's also important to make sure that you get state, not just state, but state, city, and county level business license and permissions to be able to operate your business in the location. And this is separate from maybe what might be called a certificate of occupancy if you decide to build somewhere or related to the construction of it. This is actually where you're allowed to have a license for that specific business in the county. So, step five. Very, very important also to consider trademarks and copyrights to protect whatever that you are building. So that is something you want to discuss with an attorney, preferably a trademark attorney, or an intellectual property attorney. That might be helpful for you. And number six, not to forget also talking to an accountant about future discussions about how you are going to plan income, revenue, how you're going to basically put it on the books, what are expenses, whether you're using the cash or accrual method. Although that is a little bit beyond my expertise, that is more for an accountant. But it's very important to know that you need to do that. And of course, also on this step, also it's important from a legal point of view to make sure that you have all the documents that you need, agreements, understanding the liabilities and risks that go along with these type of agreements and relationships that you're going to be creating on the business level. One of the first ones to consider, and I'll talk about this in another how-to series, is going to be an operating agreement. But for now, I'll leave you with that, and hopefully that is helpful. Thank you so much.